obsessies, and welcome to the HHN Obsession Podcast, where we talk about all things HHN and obsess together over this amazing event. I am your host, JJ. With me, as always, the co-ghost, James.
Co-ghost James. And I have 5 little ghosts with me, the ghost of the day. What'd you think of that? You like that?
What was that scream?
I don't know.
Do you need help?
I got tired of the ghosts.
Are you? Do you need me to call you some assistance?
I'm good. These ghosts might need help though. Let's see. Happy birthday to Selma Blair. Happy birthday to Jason Mraz. And happy birthday to Melissa Rauch. Remember her from Big Bang Theory. Frances McDormand, happy birthday. Awesome actor. Hey, it's a ghost from me. It's going to be a ghost from me, dog, because happy birthday, Randy Jackson. All right.
All right, James, it is time. It's time. Welcome, everybody, once again to the second annual, I guess we can call it now, OG House Drop Week. I don't even know what to call this. It's happening. It was rumored, and it has begun.
Now, you heard of Steven Baum with the weekly episodes, all new. Now we got Jason Baum, Jason Universe, HHN, daily updates.
But just like last year with Slaughter Sinema 2, a few days later, starting on the Monday, they released an original house every single day of that week. The only problem is last year we had 6 originals, so it worked out. They announced one on the Friday, and then they had Monday through Friday to announce the remaining 5. This year, it only looks like we have 5. It's going to be a 5-5 split like it usually is on most years. So it's a big wonder if they're going to do the remaining originals and then on Friday announce another IP.
I can confirm.
We shall see if that's going to be a thing or if they're just going to stop once they reach the remaining 4 original houses. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be all how they're going to order it, like all originals and then IPs or what, or mix it up.
So far, it's looking like this is going to be another original week where they'll release all the original houses, but this time there's going to be one extra day. Whether they're going to use that extra day to announce something else is a big question because there is still some IPs to be announced. But yeah, we have our very first, or I should say, we have our first house announcement for this week. We have the Monday announcement. This is the second original house that they have given us for the year. James, are you ready?
Yeah, I got no guesses. Don't even know where to start.
I mean, you should have some guesses from the spec map. I don't even know how to just say this. Do I just up front just say it because there's no video? The house that they dropped today is a spinoff of Slaughter Sinema 2.
That was where my head was going, was somewhere in there. But I still don't know. Let's see. Sharks. Nah. Well, they got the Jaws anniversary. Has nothing to do with Jaws, but
The house announcement for today is Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty Hunters.
Oh, okay. Hatchet and Chains. Dude, I hope that hatchet's at the end of the chain. He could swing it around. Lasso that hatchet. Hell yeah.
That artwork is dope, though. They actually did good on the artwork.
That's why I'm hoping for Lasso hatchet.
Lasso
because
hatchet.
of the picture.
So in the brief description that they put on Twitter, it says, in this old west town, all hell is breaking loose. Red hot lava demons are trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path.
The floor is lava.
I was looking through the forums of seeing what people are talking about. And one of the users there, his name is Saint Piss. I think we've mentioned him on here before. He posted a little more detailed description, and I cannot figure out where they found it, but I'm just going to go ahead and read what they put on this forum post. So again, this is a more detailed description of the house. In this old west town, all hell is breaking loose. Masses of red-hot lava demons are crawling out of hell's well and trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. As you flee from the post office to the bank, the prison to the graveyard, your only hope is Hatchet and Chains with their arsenal of mystical weapons.
There's a post office in hell? Good to know.
So what this is it's going to be this Old West setting. It's an old west house, so it's a western. And I still don't understand if these bounty hunters, I guess they're the good guys, but they're also demons. I think there's some kind of monster or something, but they're demon bounty hunters. Don't quite understand that from the original one room of Slaughter Sinema 2. I did go back and kind of rewatch the walkthrough of Slaughter Sinema 2 and just to see remember what that room is, and it really wasn't a whole lot. I do remember walking in there and there was kind of like a rosy smell. That's what the clip reminded me of. That was the first thing that came to mind when I saw the clip of that room. I was like, "Oh yeah, that was whatever we smelt that." But it was mostly just a hallway, like a little window that had the Hatchet and Chains guy, the bounty hunter, throw a chain at the demon and then like pull him back in. That was basically the biggest highlight of that room. Out of all the rooms in Slaughter Sinema 2, this was definitely not my first pick. If anything, this was a little more toward the bottom, I would say, out of all the other stories. However, I will say when you actually think about what this is, it's a western, and then what the characters that we know that are in it. If they were to expand on this, it could be something like it could have really good potential as a full house. So I guess I'll give him credit for that. Like I feel like this could work very well.
Yeah, I mean, look at me, all indie animation nerd, but it sounds to me like a combo of Long Gone Gulch, which most of you probably haven't heard of,
Hmm.
and it sounds like a mixture of that with Has Been Hotel, which are like two very indie projects, like very different. But if we're talking about a western and then Hell is taking over, sounds like a mashup of genres, right? Which
Yeah, exactly.
which is the strength of Slaughter Cinema.
People were describing it as kind of like a gothic western type of deal going on. And from what it looks like, it's also rumored to be in one of the old tents, possibly in the same tent that both Slaughter Cinemas were in. So
Hmm.
that would kind of make sense. So I just thought I should look up what the Horror Nights wiki has on the house, or sorry, the room from Slaughter Cinema 2. And there is a backstory from Slaughter Cinema 2 that I can read. So again, this is not officially from this year's house. This is from the room that was in Slaughter Cinema last year. So it says the backstory is welcome to the wild, wild west. It's madness, it's chaos, it's survival of the fittest, a perfect breeding ground for the worst of humanity. But something deeper is lurking in the plains, something deadlier. Demons infest these lands, wreaking havoc and slaughtering anyone they can get their hands on. The biggest bounties are pinned on the nastiest folks, and demons are the nastiest there ever could be. There are only two people with the guts to go after them. One, a professional demon hunter wielding a rope of infernal devil binding metal. The other, a demon himself, choosing to use his violent tendencies for good. Or maybe he doesn't want to worry about the consequences of cleaving someone's head in. They are Hatchet and Chains, the demon bounty hunters.
Oh,
Okay, okay, I understand that. I understand now.
I
That
thought they
makes a
were
little more
demons.
sense. So one is a human, the other is a demon, but they're both bounty hunters and they're teaming up. And one is using his actual demon powers for good.
Oh,
Uh,
so one is a demon. Okay.
yeah, one is human, one is demon, and one is Hatchet and one is Chains. I'm assuming Chains is the demon.
Right, but
So
irregardless, they're bounty hunting demons. So they are demon bounty hunters,
in the Old
but
West.
they're not necessarily demons, even though one is. But the title demon bounty hunters is what they're hunting. Gotcha.
Correct. Yes.
Little bit of whatever. I got there. I wonder if that's confusing. You think? It don't matter.
But with this expanding as a full house, maybe we'll get a little backstory on why they've teamed up, the reason that they're there. How did a human bounty hunter and a demon bounty hunter get together, and now they're fighting in the Old West?
Hmm.
I'm curious, and I'm kind of excited to see that type of setting. I think that is another setting that we haven't personally seen. There's another house that we missed a little before our time that was called Ghost Town, The Curse of Lightning Gulch, which is funny you mentioned Gulch.
Hey.
That was a lot of fans' favorite house for that particular year, and it's a name that gets brought up all the time, and people were referencing Ghost Town to this house, hoping that there's some similarities to it as far as like setting goes and beautiful sets go and stuff like that. So
Shout out Long Gone Gulch. Shout out Lopside Animation. Hey.
I have no idea what he's talking about, guys, but maybe some of you will. I have no idea.
Hey, check it out if you want to have some fun. It's cool.
Yep. Either way, we got another original house, and it's rumored to be going into one of those tents, and they always use those tents to their advantage. There was a little hiccup last year with the museum. I feel like that was definitely the worst OG tent house that I had experienced. Usually they're all done pretty well, but beside that, I don't think we have anything to worry about. This could be going into the same tent that either like Oddfellows was in, or it could go on the other one where Darkest Deal was in.
You're referring to the Rotting Stone?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was kind of unfortunate. We had a good run the last night we were there, but beside that, I just feel like the sets were not to its full potential, and that was kind of a running thing last year, which we talked about a lot already. So
Yeah, museum, more like meh museum.
one more thing I want to bring up real quick that's just kind of funny is in the description, it says red hot lava demons.
Hey.
So they're going after these demons, but they're red hot lava demons. That's kind of random, first of all. Why are they lava demons? Second of all, um, Second of all, there is this viral YouTube video that Halloween Horror Nights put out many years ago that people always reference. The guy who played Ted in the Bill and Ted show is in this video, and he's just playing himself. First of all, the video is about you're a Halloween Horror Nights fan when, and then there's all these references in the video. Well, one of them is him and his group walking down, one of the streets in the studios, and he goes, "I heard that Halloween Horror Nights was moving to Volcano Bay this year. Lava zombies." Just what I
Whoa.
heard.
Next year, the event's gonna be in Volcano Bay. Lava zombies. Just what I heard.
So that's been a running joke, lava zombies, and just what I heard is something that people reference all the time in the forums and on Twitter and all that. So when they saw these lava demons, they were like, "Oh, we may not be getting lava zombies, but we finally got lava demons."
Hey, just what I heard. It's just what I heard.
Just what I heard.
That's great. He's immediately defensive. I know how it sounds. Just listen. Just
Oh man. But I do want to make these episodes pretty short because from what it looks like, we're going to be putting these out one a day, and I want to be able to just kind of edit these real quick, put them out daily. So I'm not going to go too much into these episodes. Any last thing you want to talk about, Hatchet and Chains?
Victor Crowley.
I
Nah.
wish we were getting a Victor Crowley house, but no.
Surprise,
Not
it's a
yet.
secret Victor Crowley house. Hatchet and
But-
Chains is actually Hatchet the house.
Hey, but here's the thing. If we're getting a Terrifier house, lower budget indie movie, maybe that'll kind of open up some doors for Hatchet, Victor Crowley.
Yeah,
to
look
show
at
up.
them all indie popping out of nowhere, getting all the love and praise. How about some, what do you call it? Some validation for these guys been grinding, That'd be good.
But I'm excited to see what this house is going to be. I'm ready. I love the old Western vibe that it's going for. Like I said, not my favorite property in Slaughter Sinema 2. I would have gone with like Mardi Gras Murders, or even the Santa one probably would have done okay. I was kind of skeptical on that one at first, but or the Heavy Metal 3D could have been something. But this was an interesting choice. But after thinking about it, I think it has potential as a full blown idea. So I'm
You know what
excited
it's
to see
time
what they do
for?
with it.
It's time for Slaughter Cinema multiverse crossovers. All right, it's time to double up them originals. Santa versus sharks,
Ooh.
alien floating shark heads just barfing seawater at you. What's that about? A ghost shark?
Cyborgs versus mummy strippers from Planet whatever it is. I don't remember what it was.
The toilet paper's gonna get caught in the gear and strip them. Zombie stripper for real that time. It's gonna be all untangling like tornado. Come on, like a
Oh gosh.
little mummy tornado.
So we'll go ahead and end the Hatchet and Chains discussion there. There was a new Horror Night Nightmares spec map dropped late last night, and I do want to kind of speed run it real quick and just talk about what was added. They, of course, dropped it because of all the talk that there was going to be another week of these announcements. So they decided to drop this. A lot of similar stuff.
I glimmered at it. I glanced.
Okay, again, just going to speed run it. As soon as you walk in to the event, there is that opening scare zone, which is said to be the conservatory. There's a little conservatory icon there, logo there at the very front of the park. So that's kind of cool how we'll walk into the actual conservatory and see the sets of that, and then right beside that will be the entrance to the house, if this is all correct. Or actually, this says it's the second house in the stage courtyard there. Either way, it'll be cool to see that first up front. And then the first house that's on here is the rumored WWE house. It has the coffin icon and the bird icon, which obviously is the Undertaker. And the other one, I had to look up what that is, and that's actually the Wyatt 6 logo. So it's a mixture of Wyatt 6 and the Undertaker house.
Oh, hey, you say WWE. I say whee.
Okay, we'll call it the Wee house. Wee Wee.
Whee.
After that is El Artista. We talked about that. After that is Five Nights at Freddy's. And then the fourth icon, fourth logo, is that weird wing scythe logo that has been popping up on this map for a really long time. However, the background downtown skyscraper buildings are not there anymore. Instead, there is a tree in the middle of the circle with some skulls on the bottom of the tree. Since we've been talking about rumors, the rumor has kind of grown a little bit more, and there is a big rumor about a graveyard themed original haunted house. And that's what this probably is going to be, some kind of graveyard setting haunted house. So that's why there's kind of angels and demons and then some kind of skulls under a tree. We'll find out shortly. What I think would be cool is, what if, since the conservatory is connected to the entire event, what if El Artista is the manor of this? And what if this is also connected to that same house? What if it's like a whole nother setting of that setting? And this is the graveyard of the manor or something? That would be
Yeah,
cool. I doubt that's what this is. This is just me just throwing things out there.
I mean, yeah, you're begging them to tie something in, connect the dots.
Yeah, probably not though, but I think that would be cool. A lot of people are guessing this could also be connected to one of the scare zones we had at 31, I think. It was Graveyard Deadly Unrest, located in Hollywood. Okay, and then the New York scare zone is a kind of radioactive toxic zombie logo thing with all those rings. I don't know how to describe that. It's the radioactive symbol basically. And then there's also what looks like a mobster, maybe like
Oh, the
a
biohazard, and then
yeah, biohazard, and then right beside biohazard is there's like
oh, it's that
it almost
incognito guy, right?
maybe it
It's like
almost
the
looks like
internet
kind of
guy that's.
like almost like a New York gangster, but then he has like a bandana in front of, like, over his mouth.
Hmm.
Uh, not sure what that's implying,
Ooh,
but that
ooh.
is.
He's undercover stealing bioweapons. Maybe. Oh, what if it's the Stan Sleuth guy? What's his name? I always forget. That noir
Oh,
guy.
oh, yeah, yeah.
And this time he's like, he went back in time to stop the virus. Heck yeah.
Ooh. And then the final sound stage is the trash bags, which is rumored to be Terrifier. Which is funny because today somebody posted a video from a convention that David Howard Thornton, the guy who plays Art, was doing a panel, and the moderator asked him or said, "So I'm a big fan of haunted houses, and a lot of
The
people that."
moderator is doing this.
Yeah, the moderator did this.
Oh no.
So I'm a big fan of haunted houses, and I'm a part of this community, and everybody that's in the community knows that there's a big rumor that Terrifier could be coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year, and don't hate me if it's not true, but I have been hearing that's a possibility. And David Howard Thornton just goes, "I know nothing, I know nothing, I know nothing," and then he gave the audience a wink. So the worst kept secret of this year is probably Terrifier. So we should be hearing about that very soon, I'm assuming. Maybe this week. Who knows? Could be the one extra day. That's not an original.
I hope he crowd surfs.
That'd be cool. He better show up to the event. That'd be awesome. And then we go to the Fast and Furious tent, which is rumored to be Jason Universe. We talked about that. And then in that San Francisco zone is what we talked about before. It's the rumored party zone. There's an icon there with a bunch of people partying it up.
They're raving mad.
And then going to the old Fear Factor Stadium is Halloween Nightmare Fuel, which actually Michael Aiello at the panel the other day said that if it does come back, or whatever show is going to be there this year, has a new director, new leader this year.
Oh, cool.
Could be seeing something a little bit different, but for now it looks like Nightmare Fuel.
Is it Michael Bay?
Be a lot of explosions. Yeah, that would make sense. Then we got the Fallout haunted house in one of the new tents, and then the other new tent. This is interesting because this rumor has been kind of doing a lot of weird stuff. This is basically two of some old rumors combined into one. I don't know if you remember, James, over there at the sound stages was a rumored Vikings haunted house.
Yeah.
That has now moved and combined into what we thought was the Winter Scary Tales haunted house. So this is now looking like a Viking house that is in the wintertime. It's almost like Game of Thrones winter is coming.
Yeah, and there you go. You got the Vikings just across the yard, or what you call it. They're at the other park, the Vikings.
Oh yeah, and at Epic. Okay, I see what you did there. And then we go to the OG tents. We got a little toy box with a bunch of toys coming out of it, and then the roof of a house over that. So that to me says some kind of toy house or doll house. People are speculating Dollhouse of the Damned, possibly a sequel to that.
I thought that was a wishing well.
Or just plain straight, some toys come to life and wreak havoc, which we have talked about being a big rumor. And I am definitely excited for that. I hope it's a very creepy, just toys in a dark house taking over. I don't know. And they're attacking Sid. And then after that is the Hatchet and Chains haunted house that we talked about today. And then we go into Central Park. And that is still the half cat, half wolf scare zone icon there. Werecats are going to be invading Central Park, it looks like.
Alone in the world is a little word.
Alone in the world, little werecat?
Yeah.
Are those the words, alone in the world?
Yeah, alone in the world is a little cat dog.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, here is what I'm so happy to see on this map. I'm so incredibly excited that this is on here. The Lagoon Fountain Show is on this map, and we are more than likely getting it this year back at the event.
Hey, there you go.
Desperately need it this year because it was already jam-packed with just one show. But now we're losing one of the biggest attractions, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. We're losing that, and we just need something else for the crowds to go to. So it's really good to see that there. And the Lagoon Show is always awesome to see a Halloween-themed version of that. It is exciting. And another sort of confirmation that it's coming back is they have already added the lighting rig, sign rig, where they usually put the sign for the show. It is there ready to, mount the sign up.
I'll still vote for an open mic. You want a people eater? Just get some, like, a talent show of all the just the strangers.
All right, so here's another thing that's very exciting to see on the map. So there has been a long rumor about something Mel's Die-In related. There was a call for scare actors that went out months ago that required skating, roller skating, basically. So that has been a rumor that it's going to be sort of like Mel's Die-In themed. And on this map, there is an icon right in front of Mel's that has a chainsaw and a roller skate horde next to it.
That sounds deadly. Don't run with scissors.
A roller skating chainsaw horde in front of Mel's Die-In could be a possibility.
They're going to trip onto the thing and they'd be like, wow, this is so real. Face first. Just, oh.
Yeah.
Dude, this is amazing right now.
But imagine, like, people are already running from chainsaws. Now they're going to be, like, roller skating toward them.
Oh, I love it. That That's a rumor, though, right? I don't. That doesn't sound practical, but I'm
Okay,
for it.
it's a rumor, but there was a call for roller skaters though. That's
Oh man,
official. That's official. Whether that's going to be in a house randomly or like another scare zone, who knows? But that part is official. That there was an actual call for that.
that's cool. Harder to touch them. They move too quick. They're
Yeah.
safer out probably. You think like, oh, wheels danger, but nah.
All right, and then the final thing on the map is the final zone, and that is Hollywood, and that is a masquerade mask with some bangs. We have some masquerade vampires, it looks like, in Hollywood. So we got another maybe vamp zone in a Mardi Gras setting.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's everything that is on the new map. I know that was super quick, but again, I didn't want this episode to be too long because I want to try to edit it all tonight and have it out by the morning so we can go on to tomorrow's house announcement. So we'll go ahead and end it all here. Let us know your thoughts on today's announcement, what you think of Hatchet and Chains coming to the event. Yeah, give us a comment on our social medias or on Spotify. Give us a follow on all our social medias. If you enjoy our show, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or anywhere else that you listen to the podcast. It would really be appreciated. So for now, we will see you next time, which I think will be tomorrow.
Hey, and remember, a hatchet is only as strong as its weakest chain. And be excellent to each other.
And Hatchet and Chainsaw Roller Skate Horde. Yeah, I got nothing. I'll see you later.
You're damn right. Just wait a while, giving you the hate with your face now. Wait a while, giving you the hate with your face now. Wait a while, giving you the hate with your face now. Wait a while, giving you the hate with your face now. Wait a while.
Hey everyone, just wanted to give a quick shout out to my good friend Zach Weber, who provided our intro and outro song, Heebie Jeebies. You can listen to the full version of Heebie Jeebies on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, or anywhere where you listen to your favorite music. Thanks for listening.